Solemn narrative music begins softly and continues in the background. In a quiet home, a wife, her heart full of love and her belly full of life, was getting ready, just like any other evening. She was waiting for her husband to return, for the familiar sound of his key in the lock, his warm embrace. But that evening, the knock that came was not his. It was a heavy, terrifying sound, a dreadful premonition that shattered the evening calm. Her husband's younger brother stood at the door, his face a mask of grief. The words he spoke were a death sentence to her world. "He's gone." No, it can't be," she whispered, her voice trembling, refusing to believe the nightmare unfolding before her. "You're lying? He can't be gone. He wouldn't leave me." The denial was a shield, but it shattered against the wall of their sorrowful reply. "If you don't believe us, go to the hospital." "His body is there. The paperwork has been signed." In that moment, her world collapsed into a million pieces. She sank to the floor, a guttural cry tearing from her soul. Her hand instinctively went to her swollen belly, where their unborn child still moved with innocent life. A wave of agony washed over her. He left behind 3 boys and 1 girl, she thought. And this little one in my womb was supposed to see the light of day in just a month. God has decreed, and what he wills happens. She whispered to the life within her, a vow forged in pain. You will be born without a father. But you will live in his name, and you will carry his dignity. The days bled into months, each one a struggle, each one a testament to her strength. Her 4 children grew, their laughter a bittersweet melody in a house that once rang with their father's voice. And then the 5th child was born, a boy. She named him after his father, a promise kept, ensuring that his name would forever echo within the walls of their home. Life moved on, as it always does. Suitors came, drawn to her strength and beauty, offering a new beginning. Gay. but she turned them all away, her resolve as solid as the foundation of the house he built. "My destiny," she would say, "is to raise these children and continue his mission. Kana start over." She became their everything, both mother and father. She worked tirelessly, shouldering every burden, making every sacrifice. Her husband's younger brother, whom her husband had cared for like a son, stood by her. Together, this fractured family faced the daunting task of building a new life from the rubble of their old one. They made a courageous decision to leave everything behind and move to Baghdad to seek a new beginning in the bustling city. Hamid was there. Under her unwavering guidance, her children grew. The boys became strong and principled, and their sister blossomed with a quiet, resilient grace. They were the pillars of her existence, her reason for breathing. Every night, she would gather them close under the roof he had built for them. She would weave tales of their father, painting pictures with her words. Stories of his kindness, his greatness, his unshakable dignity. Through her voice, he lived on. He was a constant, living presence in their hearts, even though his physical form was gone. But for the youngest son, the one who never saw his father's face, an emptiness lingered. He would look into his mother's eyes, his own filled with a deep, searching question. "What did my father look like?" he'd ask. "What would it have been like if he had held me just once?" She would pull him into a tight embrace, her love a shield against his sorrow. "He held you long before you were born," she'd whisper, her voice thick with emotion. "He built this house for you with his love." As you grow, you will feel it in every brick, in every corner. Time, the great healer, continued its march. The children grew into men and women. They built their own lives, married good people, and had children of their own, filling the home with a new generation of laughter and love. The legacy of the man they lost continued, multiplied through the lives he created and the woman who refused to let his memory fade. This is not a story from a book, okay? This is a true story, a tragedy etched into police records, a fate that has befallen to many families. Sometimes the perpetrator remains unknown. Sometimes it is simply chalked up to fate and destiny. After a time, an investigating judge decides to close the case, and the questions are left to hang in the air, unanswered. The family is left with only their memories and their resilience. Thank you for listening to this powerful story of love, loss, and enduring strength. If it touched your heart, please consider supporting our channel. Your likes, shares, and subscriptions allow us to continue bringing you these important stories. We look forward to connecting with you again soon.